Hi, welcome to this edition of the Keith Ashley Show. I'm Keith.
I'm Shannon.
Last week we were telling our fans, do you have any suggestions for us? We're doing the challenges and top fives and all that other good stuff. And one of the things that came up was one of the top categories now that people are doing for podcasts and vlogs. How did you guys meet?
Yeah, so though we've only been together 4 years, married 3, we've known each other most of our lives.
Yeah.
Over half of our lives. And that's because though people do think there is this huge age gap, there's really not. There's only 3 years difference between us.
No. People think, oh yeah, well, what did you know when she was a child? No. We went to high school together.
My favorite is, oh, did he babysit you? No, I was a little too old for that. I was a freshman, went to Open High.
Richmond's #1 education school.
How, I don't know.
No.
But we won't discuss that right now. Still love our school.
Oh yeah.
We're one of those weird,
We still support the alumni. We still love.
Even though
we
it's just
went
high
to Open
school.
High. Yeah.
I was a freshman. He was a senior. So there is an age gap there.
Yes.
Like, there is. So first day of school, freshmen go on a scavenger hunt because we have classes all throughout the city.
Yeah, and just to let people know, Open High didn't have school buses. We didn't have anything like that. They made you ride the GRTC Richmond buses.
It was
or
173 students my freshman year. So they didn't have the funding for that sort of stuff. Plus, it was to prepare you for life.
Yeah, they want you to be independent. They want you to know how to take public transport, how to deal with walking someplace, how to know where something is. And for the most part, it helped a lot of people out.
Yeah, probably not in the way that RVA thought it was going to. Did it make a bunch of lawyers and doctors? No. Did it make a bunch of well-rounded people?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. So finished the scavenger hunt at the main branch of RVA's library.
Franklin Street. On
Franklin Street. There's a little park behind it. Well, me and my group show up, and we're supposed to meet with senior advisors. Some freshmen flaked on it. Some seniors flaked on it.
A lot of seniors flaked on it.
Yeah. Well, I was the good girl.
I was student government my senior year, so I had to be there.
Yeah, he had no choice. For all his bad boy charm and looks, he's really a good boy sometimes.
Sometimes. And I had my group of kids, finish off the stuff with them quick, because Shannon will tell you I'm pretty OCD.
He's anal. Anyway, so I'm standing around. I saw one of the group I'd been with, who became a very good friend of mine, was one of my best friends all through my high school years, next to him.
Yeah, because he lived in the same neighborhood as me. We used to take the bus together.
So they knew each other already.
Yeah.
So I kind of start sneaking my way over there.
She slowly gravitated over.
So your first impression of me?
Oh, the little cute little redhead with the big brown eyes. I like her. She's gonna be cool, I think. And I felt bad for that group of kids because they were just standing there looking like a bunch of mamalukes because they didn't have anybody to stay with them because their person literally checked in, 2 minutes later was gone.
I never knew who my senior advisor was.
I don't think she still knows to this day.
Yeah, no,
I barely remember.
No.
So I talked to my guidance counselor, Dave Drain. We love Uncle Dave still.
Hey, Dave.
And I said, can I take care of these kids? They're by themselves. I wanted to get them in the Open High mood. Everybody knew me as Mr. Open High.
He's a weirdo. What got me was we'll talk about where we grew up in another video, but I spent some time in San Francisco growing up, and so his whole punk metal look made me think of home. And so, though I barely could understand anything he said.
She didn't know Brooklynese. Still doesn't.
No, I'm getting better. But back then, I had no idea half of what he was saying. But I went over there because I was like, he reminds me of home, and it made me feel safe. So I went over there, and he kind of took me under his wing.
She always had a really good personality. She's always been, with me anyway, very personable.
Depends on who you are.
That's true.
But I
owe you a beer.
Ignore that.
In the words of all of us in the wrestling business, if you're doing a promo and your phone goes off or something makes a sound, you owe somebody a drink.
Yeah, so...
Oh, you a drink, honey.
Okay. So that's what drew me to him. And then, because Open is so small, we had classes, all grade levels, could be in different classes.
Freshmen, sophomores, seniors, and juniors all had classes together. Because they did it so you got used to being with a bunch of different people, different ages, and so on and so forth.
Right. So, we had a couple classes. So...
We always found a way to chill together, sit near each other.
Right. So, we... I did not stalk you. So, that's how we became friends. Well, we did lose contact for a little while.
Well, we did dance at prom, so we can't forget that little story in there.
Oh, yeah. We did dance at prom.
I still remember her dress and how cute she looked.
Oh.
And the songs, which we torment our kids with. We won't mention them.
Well, that can be another video. Because...
How we embarrass the kids.
Yeah. And it's pretty embarrassing thinking about the songs that we danced to.
They were not appropriate. Especially since I was almost 19 and she was still young.
I just turned 15, like 3 weeks before. Yeah. So, yeah.
Genuine, we love you, by the way.
Yeah, no. Well, they don't know the year, though,
no.
We're just old as dirt. It's okay. So we did lose touch for a little while. Did have MySpace, but I never really got into it.
Yeah, she wasn't big on that. That's why I was doing stuff with big time in the wrestling business by that time, so I had big MySpace following. My tattoo's annoying me right now. And a lot of our old Open High friends met through there. We had some reunions, but we didn't meet up because our lives were different for 4 years.
I had a kid, got married, was trying for kid number 2. Actually, no, I just got pregnant with kid number 2. For Facebook came. Now, MySpace I found was too much work. It was just like...
You had to do a lot of stuff to draw attention.
I don't want to code this. I don't want to do that.
And if you're not a tech dork like both of us, you won't even understand what we're talking about. Because nowadays, no one does that.
No, you don't have to. So, but then Facebook came, which, as annoyed as I get sometimes with Facebook, I actually do love Facebook.
Yeah, it's helped our friendships with people. It's helped our careers. It's actually been a big help.
Right. And so we found each other. I found him on Facebook. I did a little cyber stalking there. I think that was before it was a term, though. Yeah. I don't think that was really...
She's a forerunner.
Not for a good thing. But anyway. And so we just started interacting with each other that way.
I mean, it really was like the years we were apart. Never like we weren't apart. We always, boom, right there.
Right.
I had a concert or I had an event. Shannon always went to it.
As much as I could. But I supported it whether I was
always
there or not.
She took photographs for stuff, put them on my web pages, put them on Facebook pages. I mean, Shannon was always awesome. That's why I love her to death.
Actually, a bunch of his songs are videoed on our YouTube channel, The Keith Ashley Show, because you may be seeing this on Facebook, so just in case.
We put the clips sometimes on Twitter, but our main stuff is YouTube.
Right, and if you go to our older videos, those are videos I took of him at one of his concerts before we were ever together.
2013, maybe?
I'm not really sure. I always took the kids. My kids grew up knowing him.
Yeah, so there wasn't a big adjustment when we got together.
Right.
The kids have known me since birth. Except for Madison.
Except for Madison. But yeah, I mean, one of the last concerts that I went to, you know, I was pregnant with my youngest, and, you know, he felt her kick, which was a story in and of itself. Creepy. He like freaked out. He was like, "Oh, she moved!"
My little mini-me scared the living bejeebus out of me, so I was not expecting that.
She was a mean little butt even back then.
And she still kicks me to this day.
Yeah, she's abusive.
She's going to be our hardcore
Just
champion.
to anyone out there who decides to date our youngest.
She's going to end up killing somebody.
I wouldn't go, well, no. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, hardcore match.
Yeah, but she'll be abusive.
But
we already know. Yeah, she'll be nice afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll be there to, you know, pat you on the back.
We won't have a college fund. We'll have a bail fund.
And then, I still don't remember how I got roped into helping him with one of the reunions.
Yeah, it was a multiple year big reunion from like 10 years of Open High kids.
Yeah, because if you try to do a reunion for one class, at most you may have 30 people.
If that, because my senior class only had 20.
Well, mine was 30. That's why I said at most 30. I mean, so...
Yeah, we had very small classes. On average, the whole school attendance was like 115 to 120 people a year. So we really did get to know a lot of people. And on a side note, we have known most of our people at Open High for almost 30 years. And we're super close to everybody we were good friends with, honestly.
Oh, yeah. We still talk. I mean, true, it's mostly on social media.
Yeah, but if we see him, like, at an event, or, like, we saw a friend recently just taking one of our family members to the hospital, it was like, oh, yeah, we saw him yesterday.
Yeah. Where I work...
yeah, we both work in the area, so we still have a lot of our old classmates come by. You can have a 20-minute conversation.
Raymond, hey, since I just saw you at work.
I just saw Kivo yesterday.
See? So, got roped into that.
And the bond was there, so we flawless setting it all up together, emails, texting, all that good stuff.
And I showed up a little late.
A little worried, though. She was like,
babysitter thing.
Good luck, this dude, I'm done.
But got there, and what kept getting me was, oh, you and your husband did such a great job.
Every day. Oh, every time we were there setting up, oh, there's your husband.
Wait, who?
And she's giving a look, and are we doing something? Oh, your wife said to give this to you. Huh, what?
And we're both like, we're
oh, well,
married?
Your girlfriend then.
Wait, who?
The tall redheaded girl over there, the one that you always stay with in high school. What?
Yeah, so, afterwards, I stayed to help clean up. We ended up just hanging at the park.
For about 2 hours, just BSing like we always do.
Just talking, and I went through breakup, and was going through a really bad spot, which, another video, and we ended up, well, let's give it a go.
Let's see how this goes. Because there were starts and stops numerous times over the years. That'll be another video.
Oh, your lack of game. Yes, that will be a whole video.
It was not Jordan with the flu.
We may need a special guest. His bro, because he'll back me up on that. No.
I do give props to my brother and my sister-in-law for nudging us along there.
More.
So a few months went by. We're like, you know what? We've always been best friends. Let's see how this goes. So she always loved my cooking. I'm a cook and a chef. I make amazing meals.
I tried to get him to invite me over numerous times.
In a 10-year span.
Oh, I want some. Next time you make it, invite me over.
Yeah. So, it was cookout season. It was almost Labor Day. And I actually bring up, hey, why don't you bring the kids over? Let's have a cookout. I wanted to see Shan. I wanted to spend some time with the kids. So we came over. Boom.
And the best part was because we were talking about, catching up, because we had been talking for years and years and years, but for some reason, certain parts of our lives just had never came up. Well, at one point I finally said, I've decided that I'm not dating randoms anymore. It has to be someone that I've been friends with for years. Hint, hint, hint. Finally took this hint.
Yeah.
I will have to say, though, when he proposed, which was only a few months after we had dated, which a lot of people freak out about if they don't realize that we had known each other for half our lives, I was hesitant. Not because we don't have a bond or anything, but I was hesitant because what if it doesn't work out? Then I'm gonna not only be losing my spouse, I'll be losing my best friend. So I will have to say I was a little hesitant, but said yes. Planned the wedding ourselves. Did everything ourselves.
If people don't know, we're very do-it-yourself people. We're very DIY people.
Which once we move,
you'll see a lot of our DIY stuff.
Yes, we'll be having probably a whole YouTube channel just on our little crafty things and how we do things.
Yeah, I'm old school punk rock metal.
Lots of editing on
a lot
those.
of all of our stuff ourselves. Our websites we do ourselves. Everything is ourselves. We just have fun doing that.
And actually, our reception, which is here at the park that we're filming this at, actually is still talked about. There's still people,
whether it's neighborhood people, church
say
people,
it was the best.
It was the best reception they've went to. And for our family, if the cops aren't called and nobody's had a brawl, that's a good thing. It was close.
It was close, and I got blamed for it, and I didn't even do anything.
And the cake at our wedding, I just got to add this in. We love Jack and Sally. We love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Our wedding was Nightmare Before Christmas.
And Dallas Cowboys colors. And we wanted a unique cake. At that time, the place where I work wasn't in Richmond yet. So we didn't have the option for a good custom cake
And my
place.
work doesn't do those things.
So, us being do-it-yourself people, we looked it up online. We talked to people that we know. And I got a laser-cut cake topper of Jack and Sally kissing. And then I threw the ball to Shan and said, how are we going to incorporate this into a cake? I'm turning an actual rose right there.
And I actually had worked at a bakery for a little while. I've worked so many jobs. That'll be another video too. So many different jobs. So I knew how to do all the decorating and things. So it was a 4-tier
Beautiful
cake.
Gothic Victorian style cake. Beautiful purple and black colors. We had the Cowboys
and
colors
blue
mixed in. It was the airbrush design. It was beautiful. People in the church, the older church members, they wanted Shannon to make food for every occasion after that. Every cake.
Yeah. I'm still getting asked to make
we
cakes.
Still do. Oh, what about, I still remember the cake from your wedding.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like we said, that's part of the bond we had. So a lot of people say, oh, you, after only 5.5 months of dating, you guys proposed. I was like, yeah, but I've known Shannon since I was a kid. We've grown up together. We've shared things about each other that nobody else knows, and God, it killed what's left of our reputation.
And there was no awkward period. No. I mean, when you start a relationship, even just a friendship.
Yeah, when you're
gangly anyway.
Yeah, when you're high school kids, there's no, oh my God, did I fart in front of my spouse? Oh my God, I can't eat in front of them. You
can tell he's a dude because the first thing out of his mouth is fart.
Yeah, I mean, it was another, oh, how am I going to eat in front of them? I'm shy. I'm peckish. No, Shannon eats more than I do, and she's 100 pounds less than me.
I'm a little more than 100 pounds less than you, but that's beside the point.
But even like the conversations we have, there was no awkward stage.
No.
Yeah, and a lot of people have said that, oh, they want to know how we met. That's the gist of it. I mean,
high school.
The kids, they're my kids. I've considered them mine for years. I love them to death. To me, they're my daughters. They might not be biologically, but love-wise, they're my kids. They're my girls.
That was the second hesitation because he doesn't have any biological children. So I was a little worried how he was going to adjust going from no kids to a whole troop of them.
Yeah, touring, wrestler, metalhead.
But
Daddy.
Why did that sound so... No, we're not discussing that. That was a little...
That's not a video. No, but I mean...
Only on a paid site.
Yeah. Yeah, but with the kids, like we said, though, they already knew me, so it wasn't...
My parents knew him.
They loved me, by the way.
Sometimes more than me. But there wasn't any of that weirdness.
Yeah, and she knew most of my family and God family, so there was none of that, who's that creepy person? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I always tell her, you married me, you married the whole freak show.
I have enough freaks of my own, which you've met.
Yeah.
At least on social media for the most part. But that's how we met, guys. I've heard people tell me, it's a Hallmark movie sort of thing.
Friends at work have told me when they see Shannon, oh my God, you guys, it's so loving. Oh, it's beautiful. You need to write a book. It's amazing.
And I just am like, it's just how we met.
From when we got married till now, Shannon's part of my entertainment business stuff. She's in part of wrestling. I trained her to be in the wrestling business. We do all our webcam and webbing stuff together. We do all of our social media things together. So, I mean,
but we don't share Facebook accounts. And
I hate people that do that. I'm always leery about that. Somebody effed on somebody.
Yes. And we have some friends that do that. We love you anyway, but it's weird.
You don't know who you're talking to when they're messaging you, like, is this insert person's name or is this the other person?
Yeah, it's kind of, no.
Oh, we sit here together and do it.
Weird. We share everything, but we don't share that.
No.
Ugh. Anyway.
Yeah, we have some good ideas for some upcoming programs. We have some ideas from fans. We have some top 5 lists. We have some guests lined up. So that was, like we said, that's a little tidbit of how we got together. I mean, we're always here to help fans too. If you have questions about how to get into wrestling, how to do blogging, how to do anything that we do.
How to get out of the friend zone.
Yes, dear. Yes.
Shut up.
And even cooking. We recently had joint phone call with somebody that was wanting cooking advice. So we gave it to him.
And it turned out well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And what I've always learned in the wrestling business and music business, whatever somebody has taught you and how they were treated, you treat people the same way. If you were treated good coming in, you want to treat other people good because you want to make people feel nice.
Or if you were treated like poop,
don't treat them like poop.
That what he said just... No, don't listen to that. Treat people good. Help people out. Yes, it may bite you in the butt sometimes, but overall, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, because the same people you see going up the ladder, there's a 90% chance you're going to see them going down.
Yeah. So, but that wraps up this video.
Yep. I'm Keith.
And I'm Shannon.
Till next time.
Bye.